Netflix and Paramount are competing for WBD in two very different ways. This is the takeaway from today's morning brief, which you can sign up to receive in your inbox every morning, along with gaming out Paramount's Skydance's hostile takeover of Warner Bros. And Netflix's struggle to stay in play has the outlines of an HBO drama. Succession dealt with similar plotlines, and the prospects of last-minute financing and flamboyant brinksmanship bring a touch of industry. The corporate battle unfolding, which is also its own kind of consumable media content, is self-referential and meta. But the political maneuvering and theatrics of it all aren't just fun details. They're the key to who wins. An important tension in the ongoing contest is the different audiences that Paramount and Netflix are targeting to ultimately win approval. In a strict sense, Netflix had to convince WBD to sell, and it did, whereas Paramount, despite multiple offers, never saw a handshake. Now the mission of persuasion is more diffuse and enigmatic. Paramount needs to go directly to shareholders to convince them to accept its all-cash $108.4 billion tender offer. Netflix, on the other hand, in an unofficial but nonetheless meaningful way, needs to convince President Trump and his constellation of allies. Multiple outlets have reported that Netflix has already done that too, or at least made the case that he shouldn't outright condemn the Netflix deal. Co-CEO Ted Sarandos met with Trump last month, Bloomberg first reported, and Trump said WBD should sell to the highest bidder. Before Monday, that was Netflix, but now Paramount's overall package is larger still, in raw numbers. And that brings us to the next point of contention. How much are Warner Bros. Component assets worth? Netflix's $72 billion offer, or roughly $27.75 per share, is for Warner Bros. Movie studio and streaming business. Paramount's takeover bid is $30 per share, but that is for all of WBD's assets, including its cable networks. So it's not a true apples-to-apples comparison, and this is where it gets complicated. Warner Bros. Had designs to spin off its cable networks, CNN, TNT, and the Discovery Channel, before the planned merger. So how investors and analysts valued the spin-off would actually determine whose offer was larger. If people value WBD's cable channels at roughly $3 or more for every Warner Bros. Share, as some analysts do, then Netflix's bid would remain the top offer. Alternatively, if others assess a smaller spin-off value, then Paramount would win out.